Air Force Reserve Command hosted the Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force, James Cody, as he visited Robins Air Force Base, Georgia.
That's the first time since being stood up in 1997 that the Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force has visited the headquarters as well as the Air Force Reserve Command itself. And we offered the invitation out to our Team Robins mission partners. We took them throughout the 78th Air Base Wing, and then over to 461st and the 116th, and then over the 5th Mile.
Chief Cody talks about the culture of the 4 Air Force components.
Do I think there are some things inherent in each component that you could certainly classify under culture? Sure, because it's the differences in the components, right? You have the active, the guard, and the reserve, and we have our civilians. But this idea that there's only one Air Force, we're all airmen, we go around the world, and amazingly so, whenever we get to where our nation needs us to be, we don't have this discussion.
Chief Cody explained decisions some reservists make regarding assignments.
I don't know that you can have a culture of saying I don't move. That's not a culture, that just happens to be a facet of service in one of the reserve components. I'm not going to move as much. And that may be for very good reasons in your life, that you want to serve, but you can't serve if I have to move every couple of years,
A Team Robins enlisted call was held by Chief Cody.
There's only one Air Force, everybody knows that, right? Only one. And it has 4 distinct components. It's called active duty, it's called the Air National Guard, the Air Force Reserve Command, and our civilians. You take those 4 distinct components and you have a United States Air Force. And for pretty much everybody in this room's career, we have been an operationalized force, 20 plus years. Desert Storm, Desert Shield is really when it kicked in. And everything that we have done for our nation around the world, we have done utilizing all 4 components of our Air Force. When you're as good of an Air Force as we've been, and as successful as we've been over time, that's a big factor in why you don't want to change, right? The longest sustained combat operations, your legacy to our country. The longest sustained combat operations in the history of our country. That's when you have been serving. Those are very significant statements. Those will all be part of your history, your legacy to our nation, your legacy in service.
Reporting from Robins Air Force Base, Georgia, for Air Force Reserve Command, I'm Manuel Smith.